Welcome to my very first Eastward community meeting. As you can see, I'm excited about it, and I just want to thank you all for giving me the privilege to serve as your Eastward Councilwoman. I'm going to give you a little background about myself. I lived in Irvington for 52 years. I attended Grove Street School, graduate of class 73, and don't try to figure out my age. I attended Myrtle Avenue Irvington High School, came back, taught at Grove Street School for 34 years. Currently, I'm teaching at Florence Avenue School. This is my 3rd year. So we're talking about a total of 37 years teaching. The East Ward, I'm very passionate about this East Ward. The moment I became your East Ward Councilwoman, I hit the gravel hard. I went around, and I must say, please give all the directors here a round of applause. Every last one. And our honorable Mayor Tony Boss, where is he? Right here. Please give him a round of applause. Because let me tell you something, nothing can happen without their support. And one thing I can say, no matter what time I call them, what day, because I'll call you on a Sunday, they act on it. They act on it, and I see some improvement already. Anyway, I could talk all day, but let me go ahead and start the program. Thank you again so much for coming out. I would like to first introduce to you our Honorable Mayor Tony Boss.
I'm not going to be long. Good evening, everyone. It's just that I'm excited to be here because I know many of you don't know about the new projects that are coming to the East Ward, and some of them have already started. We've already broken ground on these projects. So sometimes we look at the East Ward and people talk about the East Ward. The East Ward is going to be the jewel of the town because all the redevelopment that's coming here, and redevelopment takes a long time. So 5, 6, 7 years ago, you start this process, but now it's coming to fruition. So I'm really, really excited about what's going to happen for the East Ward. And this is just a redevelopment in the East Ward. We have other redevelopment throughout the town that has already broken ground, buildings that are already up. I think I did a storage place that was in the South Ward, right? A big, how big is that place? A huge storage facility, the first one ever in Irvington, right off Chancellor Avenue. So if you need extra storage, additional storage right here in your own community, you have a brand new place. When are they planning to open? In a couple of weeks?
The first week in December, 530 Chancellor Avenue.
530 Chancellor Avenue is where we have it. So I'm excited. I'll be here if anyone has any questions. Let's hear a round of applause for our Councilwoman, Dr. While I'm here, let me just do this. Let me start at the end and have everybody just stand up and introduce yourselves and tell them what you do and what you represent. We'll start at the end with Mr. Butler.
So, good evening, everyone. Good evening. My name is Kevin Alcor. I'm here representing the Housing Department. My director was unavailable to make it. Any concerns or questions will definitely be forwarded and noted to him. However, I do have another director that's involved with housing and code enforcement. So, whatever you need to know, any questions need to be asked, I'm here to take your questions and concerns. Thank you.
Go in order. Go in order.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kimberly Pierre, and I serve as the Deputy Director of Health and Senior Services. And
Yes, hi. Good evening, everyone. My name is Bafar Shari from the Health Department. As Director, in terms of the Health Department, we are responsible for the Vital Statistics Division, which represents the death certificates, marriage license, and net fair sets. We also have the Animal Control Division. We have our rodent control officer also here tonight, Mr. Dwyer. So if you have any issues with rodents in the community, please, you get to speak to him before the event is over. Also, we have our retail food establishment inspections that we do. We have our health inspectors that go out and inspect the restaurants, the grocery stores, and any other public health nuisances that we might have in the community. Also, we have our nurses that deal with the lead cases with our lead poisoning units. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. My name is Shantae Barr, and I'm the manager of the Senior Services and the Senior Center in Irvington, which is located 7677 Springfield Avenue. So if you're 60 years and older, or you know any relative that is a senior, please direct them here to me. Again, if you have any questions, I will be here.
What are some of the programs you have?
We have various programs. We have exercise classes, line dancing, yoga, chair yoga. We have senior self-defense classes. We also have bingo there, a lot of different games. We go to the casino, just with these various activities that we do at the center.
Good evening, I'm Donna Darby, Grants Manager of Irvington Neighborhood Improvement Corporation.
Good evening, my name is Josie Monell. I'm the Acting Director of Irvington Neighborhood Improvement Corporation. We are located at 346 16th Avenue. We provide assistance with rental arrear, security, relocation, utility assistance. We also have a food pantry where we serve lunch every day, Monday to Friday from 12 to 1, and also dinner from 4 to 5. We have a food pantry where we do food distribution monthly, the third, I think, fourth Wednesday and Thursday of the month. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Dawn Way. I serve as the Deputy Director of Community Development and Planning and Economic Development. We are directly responsible for the redevelopment of the township, the redevelopment of the township. We manage the planning board and zoning board, as well as the community development block grant and home funds.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Yasin Williams, also known as Willie Williams, and I am the Director of Neighborhood Services. Neighborhood Services encompasses code enforcement and vacant property registrations. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Cassandra Chapman. I'm the Director of Public Works. And a few of my staff members are here, so I wanted to introduce them as well. As Nita Mitchell, she is the recycling coordinator, Rachel Sostridge, and also generally GPS. So a couple of things with Public Works. I'm sure you guys all know what Public Works do. We keep the town running in terms of streets and sewer, garbage, and so on. But there are other things that we're doing as well. I don't know if you've been on Springfield Avenue lately, but we bought the new solar garbage cans. They're called Big Bellies. And we're gonna have them throughout the town, but we wanted to first put them in the most visible areas. So they're at the bus terminals, Springfield Avenue. We're gonna go to all the main corridors coming soon. So just look out for that. Also too, we have wonderful recycling bins. I don't know if everyone got one, but if you didn't get a recycling bin, please go back and see Asmita and Rachel. The bins are wonderful. They're like 64 gallons or 63 gallons, and they're on wheels. They have the lid, so we're really proud of them. So please, if you get a chance, if you haven't gotten one, you can get one. Also, too, we have a couple of other things that we're doing in Public Works, which may seem like it doesn't really fit with Public Works, but we are now a certified CDL training facility. So next year we'll be offering the training. We started initially with just our staff to get our guys certified, get their CDLs. But then we said, since we're certified, the mayor's like, let's offer it to the township. So we're gonna be offering the CDL training classes. There is a small charge. Irvington residents, of course, get the biggest discount in the world. And then also too, we have Black Seal training. Black Seal is to be able to work on the high pressure boilers. And let me see if there's anything else. Oh, and also too, we have a small garbage truck that we just purchased for the downtown area, and then we have a 25-yard packer truck, the big garbage trucks, because we know in here that Roselli often misses the garbage, and I'm sure every single person here has a story. So now we'll be able to, in-house, when they fail to do what they're supposed to do, we'll be there to just pick it up and keep the ball rolling. And that's pretty much what's going on in Public Works, and thank you for coming out.
So one other thing I want to add, if you have not gotten a garbage can or a recycling can, see these young ladies back here and we will have it delivered to you, okay? That's great. So make sure you have to see those ladies back there and give them your information. So you have it delivered to you.
And one more thing, we also are giving away leaf bags. So if you're doing your leaves, we're giving away free leaf bags back there for the residents, okay? All right, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tracy Bowles. I'm the Public Safety Director. and I'm in charge of keeping the residents and those who visit our township safe. And we have done that over the Boss administration. As a matter of fact, we're looking to beat last year's numbers. And last year, we had the lowest amount of crime since 1970. So I want to congratulate keep us safe. Today I'm here with our fire chief, Antonio Gary.
Good evening, everyone. I'm the fire chief, as Director Bowers pointed out. Obviously, we do firefighting, but we also participate in other essential functions that safeguard the residents in our community. Some of those initiatives that we do, you may have driven around and you see these white and red placards on vacant buildings. That's just one small initiative that we do. What we do with that is clearly that touches quality of life. We go, we survey the buildings, we make sure nobody's in there. We work with DPW to board up the buildings so that we can make sure that we can enhance the neighborhood. In addition to that, we are very engaged in community involvement. We go to the schools, try to recruit our children to become firefighters or police officers. Again, we are under the same umbrella as the Department of Public Safety. Thank you for having me.
Just one other thing I want to add. I do want to, while we have this publicly, I do want to give you, Chief, Director, I want to give you guys a big round of applause for the big fire that was on the news that they went out and handled. So let's give them a big round of applause. Did one person get injured? Did one firefighter get injured?
Yes, we just had one firefighter. It was minor. He was following them.
Also, a part of our staff is Captain Cruz over there on the wall. Just wait. Captain Jackson, staff assistant, Community Affairs Lieutenant, Akila Jenkins.
These knees, anyway. I want to also acknowledge Principal Wallace and thank him for allowing us to use your school to host the Eastward community meeting. Now is the time where it's open up to you. If you have any questions for our director, I just ask you one person, please stand at a time and you may ask your questions now.